Yes, we are going to look at the factors that affect elasticity of supply. What are those things that determine how you respond to changes in price? You understand? If you're a producer or you're a supplier, what are those things that determine how you will supply when there is little change in price? Is that clear? If you are the person that is making this marker, you understand, and all of a sudden there is a little change in price of this marker, or there is a large change from 10 naira to 20 naira, what are those factors that determine how you will either reduce the amount of goods you supply to the market or increase the amount? What are those things? Number one is what we call cost of production. Is that clear? If you're using a very high cost to produce one pieces and all of a sudden there is change in price, you see that it will affect the amount you supply to the market, isn't it? So cost of production affects. Another thing is what we call nature of commodity. Nature of commodity. Do you know that there are some commodities that are called perishable goods and some are called non-perishable? Give me an example of a perishable commodity. Tomato. Example is what? Tomato. You are supplying tomato. Tomato, when you keep it small time, it don't spoil. No bien. Tomato spoils very easily. You understand? So when there is change in the when there is change in price of tomato, you understand? Tomato is not something that you leave in the warehouse for a very long time. If you say, I know the price don't increase, let me just supply very little. When the price increases, I will supply more. What will happen to that your tomato? It will spoil. When it spoil, you no go even make the 1 naira where you for make if you have supplied it even when there is change in price. You understand? So tomato is not something you go and say, hey, the price don't increase, make I leave am for warehouse. Later when the price increase, I will supply more. Will you do that? Now you go chop them if you keep them inside your warehouse. So you find out that even if the price is fluctuating, you'll be doing what? You'll be supplying it because of the nature. If you keep it in the warehouse, it will do what? Spoil. So you continue supplying. Another thing is what we call cost of storage. If the cost of storage is so high, there will be no need hoarding it, isn't it? If it costs you much to store, you want to, like now, if your goods lands in the wharf, you know there's a cost they call demurrage. The more you leave it in the wharf, they will be collecting money from you. So the best thing is for you to do what? Get it out and supply it to the market. Let people buy it. Is that clear? Yeah, another thing is what? Time. Time affects the what? Elasticity of supply. Time affects how you bring your commodity to the market. You understand? You have to consider time. If it takes too long, then you have problem with the gain you make. You understand? You have problem with meeting other challenges. Then we have what we call market discrimination and what? Availability of what? Storage facilities. If you don't have storage facilities, will you be holding your commodity and saying, I will wait on the price increases to supply? You will not. When you don't have storage facility, what do? You sell out. Is that clear? You sell out immediately. That's what you do. You sell out immediately.